doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
It probably will make some beautiful photos.
Absolutely, no doubt about that. And hopefully, Jackie, the weather will just continue what we've been seeing this work week.
Yeah, it will at least continue to cooperate, especially on Saturday. Sunday, if you were hoping for, a little bit more of that heat, then Sunday is your day. We're going to be tracking those high temperatures, much more seasonable into those upper 80s for the second half of this upcoming weekend. Out there this evening, just tracking a couple of those light sprinkles trying to push their way in. Those traversing southernmost parts of Maryland, now pushing over closer towards Stafford and Fredericksburg. But again, very light at this point. A wider view to show you the setup. We have that high pressure just off the coast of New England there. Back here locally, we're going to continue to see those mainly quiet conditions. And if anything, any stray shower, that will continue to fade away over the next couple of hours. Now, we're also noticing a bit of that haze out there. Some of that Canadian wildfire smoke drifting into our upper atmosphere. Really not impacting air quality all too much. But again, you may still notice that haze aside from any of those light showers that are trying to push their way in. Temperatures out there right now, we are seeing those slowly dropping back in the upper 70s, especially just west of DC. Still holding those lower 80s in the district right now, along with Waldorf. And those dew points are into those upper 50s to lower 60s. And that's still much more comfortable, especially for early August. So we'll take that. And that will continue into tomorrow and even into the first half of the weekend. Futurecast showing us, again, that stray shower chance really winding down just a little bit after sunset. Otherwise, most areas are dry. As we wake up tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock Friday, your Friday morning commute looking partly to mainly clear out there. And eventually we'll see a mix of sun and clouds out there for your Friday afternoon and high temperatures similar to the day today. Overnight lows tonight back into those 60s across the map, but likely mid to upper 60s closer towards DC, lower 60s as you head farther out towards the west. Highs tomorrow, like I mentioned, very similar to the day today. We'll see those lower to mid 80s for much of the region to round out the work week. As we look towards Saturday and Sunday, a gradual warming trend, and notice how we're still going to be tracking those mainly clear sun-filled skies both weekend days, so still remaining quiet out there. But like I mentioned, Sunday will be the hotter of the two weekend days, finally feeling much more like August out there for the second half of the weekend. So we continue that trend of quiet conditions the next several days, and that's really all thanks to that high pressure system just off towards our north and east, really blocking any system from pushing into our area. So the dry conditions persist through the weekend. Now there is that frontal boundary off towards the Midwest into the start of the work week, and then we have a low pressure system down towards our south, and we're sandwiched in between all of that even as we start off that work week and even as we look ahead towards all the way through at least Tuesday. I would say Wednesday could possibly be our next best chance for some rain and thunderstorms, but that still looks on the lower end of the scale. In terms of that forecast versus average, though, we do notice much more summer-like heat building in to start off that next work week. We see those 90s returning, so you got to take advantage of tomorrow's weather as well as the weekend's weather before we see more of that heat building in, along with that humidity too. So yes, when you factor in that humidity as early as Tuesday, we could see those heat index values right around the triple digits again.
All right, speaking of triple digits, the heat, of course, no joke here in the DMV, and well, that's got a lot